Good morning traders, my name is Paul Clevitt from iwantobeaforextrader.com. Okay, second video this morning, so the first one went screwy. Hopefully this one will be alright. So looking at the SignalTrader trading system web front end, which is hooked up to MetaTrader 4. There's quite a few little trades there, but nothing highlighted. But let's have a look at what's going on in the strength meter. Aussie dollar is quite strong versus yen, so I'm looking for Aussie yen really. So there isn't really an Aussie yen there, and the reason for that, let me show you. The Aussie yen is out of congestion. Okay, it's out of congestion, it's sitting in a trade. Now, it's quite slow, so you could put a buy on that with ST in the comments if you're a SignalTrader user, and then SignalTrader will manage one. I've got one I prepared earlier, and if the other video had worked, you'd have seen it, but of course my Mac decided it didn't want me to make that video. So you can see SignalTrader's pulling the stop up behind it. Okay, SignalTrader manages the stop. Manages the stop behind the trade. If you were in this yesterday, you'll have seen we had that rally. It still holds the trade behind the trade because it isn't strong enough to stop it, and we're just sitting in there, little target up there. So the yen is quite weak this morning. Okay, especially against the Aussie dollar. Look at that 25% strength against the Aussie dollar, which is high at 64.96. If you look on the web front end, it's more or less the same, except they use I use one digit instead of two for space, but it's pretty much the same picture. So anything above 60 I'm looking at for a buy, or 30-ish or below, or 30.5. It's nearly 30, nearly 31, but below all these boxes mean consistent strength, consistent weakness. Okay, if I see one at 54.4 and they're all green, that's not really good enough for me. I want it to be about sitting in the 60s, because that's showing we do have the strength. And lo and behold, look at the strength in this. SignalTrader saying no congestion. That means it is in a buy. And you know, if you were an advanced trader, you could evaluate this trade, but it's probably not worth the risk and reward. Okay, that's why I think one of the other things, SignalTrader normally does risk and reward. So if we pick on another one, it's Euro Yen. Look at how Euro Yen is doing, even though the euro is not as strong as the Aussie dollar. Okay, it's just hooked back here. So there's the yen obviously had a bad night with news. I wasn't awake, so I don't know. So if you look along here, let's look at what else we've got. Aussie CAD. So the Canadian dollar, it's not really weak enough to because of other things as well, because actually the Canadian dollar versus the yen is quite strong. Okay, so Aussie CAD short, I don't really want to do I? Look at it, 65.7 versus 42.6. The CAD's weaker than the yen. Okay, so actually I don't want to be taking that one. Okay, that's in a retrace, in fact, from last night. Aussie New Zealand, the New Zealand dollar is high, and so is the Aussie dollar. I don't want to take that one. You see, this is how you work it out. CAD chief, the CAD is at 42.6, about the middle. The Chiefy is at 48. They're about the same. I don't want to take that trade. You're getting the picture now. CAD yen. CAD yen is at 42.6. It's weaker. Yen is what? It's much lower, but the CAD's quite weak, and that's probably in a retrace anyway, because the CAD was weak yesterday all day, hardly moved. Euro Aussie. Euro's at 54. Not really at 60, where I like it. And the Aussie's at 65. Why would I take that? Let's not take that. That's a silly thing to take. Okay, so that you can see, you start to get the picture of how you evaluate the trades. We look at the trade, we look at the currency meter, see if they match. Where were we? Euro Aussie, EURCAD, Euro dollar. The dollar's pretty strong. EURCAD, so I'm not taking that. EURCAD, same story. 42 is not weak enough for me. Okay. Euro dollar, and sometimes if you're a beginning trader and you're using this by the book, so to speak, you might not get any trades. You might look at that and go, oh, I can't trade anything. That's okay. That's alright. It's better to get 1 or 2 good trades than 6 bad ones, isn't it? GBP CAD, again, same story. So everything, the ones I'm really interested in right now is oh, where's it gone? Just close the browser. Aussie yen is really the one I'm very interested in, and I've already got a little order sitting on that. I'm also interested in New Zealand yen as well, because the New Zealand dollar is nearly as strong as the Aussie dollar in this situation. So let's just quickly Blow that up. Window. Go back and look at the New Zealand yen. Go to find it. Okay, here it is, and yeah, you can see that's nearly as strong as the Aussie dollar. And the nice thing is that's sitting just upon. Look at this. See this here? That's why I wouldn't take this at the moment, because it's actually bouncing off the top there. However, if we break this, it has kind of popped its little nose up above it. If we break that properly, which we probably will, it could be going all the way up here, couldn't it? But there's not a lot of volume in it. Not that I pay a lot of attention to volume, because on some brokers you can't pay any attention to volume, because the broker just doesn't have enough volume to actually be able to give you any volume, proper volume information. There just isn't enough in it. I've seen brokers where they don't ever go above 1,000. So again, 66 all seems in order for an Aussie yen buy, but there isn't one here. So because the trade's in progress. Okay, well done to my traders who had the EURCAD buy last night. Just quick, going to have a little review of that. So we had the Canadian dollar was weak all day yesterday, and that's a good sign. If you're in a Canadian dollar, you're probably looking at that going, but it's going the other way. Look at the trend. It's only a weak bearish trend. So anyone was in that last night, we took it about here-ish. I know one of my traders was in slightly earlier, probably about here. It was up here. It took up it managed about 70 pips odd. In fact, the traders that were in would have got in earlier than that. In fact, I think there was one trader who was in here. You would have taken something like 86 pips, something like that, 80 something pips. You probably stopped out here, not stopped out, TP'd here, took profit here. Unfortunately, I wasn't in it. The reason I wasn't in it is because I never code and trade at the same time, because writing software does take it out of your head. Anyway, if you're interested in SignalTrader Trading System, look at the Aussie. The Aussie was strong yesterday, and look at it. Whoa, Aussie USD. So the Aussie dollar has had a good night. Good night, Aussie dollar. So we're looking for maybe some more, maybe a retrace. We've got to see, but at the moment, nobody's going to be selling the Aussie dollar. Okay, again, just look at the currency chart. What would you do with that? Would you sell that? No. Would you buy that? No. Okay, and the others are all hovering around the middle, so we kind of steer clear of those. So that's really how you use SignalTrader, in a way. Now, sometimes SignalTrader will highlight a trade here. Still, you check it with the currency strength meter. You check it with your charts. You know, this is not a robot. It's designed to allow you to trade and to give you some clues as to what to trade. So, news-wise, nothing until 12:30. We're a bit short of news at the moment. I think the news people must be on holiday. Watch out for sterling. We may see, if we carry on getting these floods, we may see the floods affecting the sterling. And there's a tube strike here. There's a railway strike here today. It's going to be a nightmare getting around. So sterling may suffer a little bit today, but we'll have to see. Just keep your eyes on the currency meter. The currency meter, to me, is the key to this system. The rest of it hangs off of that. So if I've got trends that are going in favour, like the yen, okay, CAD yen has been in a buy. So the chances are that later on the yen will get strong again. But it just had a bad night. Poor love. Anyway, so that's it really. Have a great day trading, everybody. www.iwannabeaforextrader.com if you want to get hold of this system. It's $50 a month, and people say to me, why do you charge $50 a month? That's because I have to maintain it and update you, and sometimes if you get stuck and can't install it, then we have to install it, and there's a users group, we have to pay for servers and all kinds of things, and so, you know, I can't do it for free, unfortunately, because I just couldn't support everybody. It would be just too much. So anyway, that's it. Have a great trading day, everybody. I'm going to be back tomorrow with another trading video. So that's it.